October, as you know, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And today we wanted to highlight a local nonprofit that helps women suffering from one of the side effects of chemo. HairToStay helps to prevent hair loss. Joining us with more on how they do this is board member, owner of Headlines, a salon in Encinitas, Gail Fulbright, along with Allie Jo Hauk, who is a breast cancer survivor. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us here on the floor.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Gail, let's just jump right in. For people who are not familiar with HairToStay, tell us a little bit about this organization.
HairToStay is wonderful. The good news, bad news. The good news is it's FDA approved, and it is a system that cools down your scalp when you're having your chemo transfusion. So it keeps it cold and will stop you from having your hair loss. The rough news is insurance doesn't cover it, and that's why HairToStay is so important. It funds women and men that might not have the funds.
So you actually have one of these cold caps right here next to you.
We did. We brought her in.
Yeah, tell us. So this is actually almost like a helmet that you can wear, and it stops your hair from falling out during chemo?
Yes, because it freezes the follicle up there. So worn properly, it's very effective.
Very effective. My goodness. Allie Jo, tell us a little bit about your story. I understand that you went through chemo 2 times.
Yeah, that's right. So I was diagnosed when my daughter was 1 year old and lost all my hair. And in the meantime, had talked to a hairdresser who told me about cold capping. And so when I had some imaging done and realized we hadn't gotten it the first time and I had to go through chemo again, I did cold capping. Yeah, and you get your hair wet and you put this on. I did it at UCSD. They have the machines there. And you just hook up to it like a big air conditioner. And it sends really ice cold water through some tubes, and it freezes your hair. So it's uncomfortable until it feels like a brain freeze. But then once it freezes it, you keep it on for the duration of your transfusion. And it was very effective. I kept all my hair.
You kept all your hair the same. Tell me a little bit about that side of, going through 2 rounds of chemo, very daunting. But to be able to keep your hair that second time, emotionally, psychologically, what was the difference?
Yeah, so when I got re-diagnosed, my daughter was 3. She was very into Rapunzel, and hair mattered more to her. But I also own a small business in San Diego. I own a swim school, and so I work with 2 to 5-year-olds mostly. And the first time through, there were a lot of conversations around hair loss, and it just felt like something I didn't want to have to do again. And so I got a scholarship through the Paxman family and was able to, it was for young moms. And so I got a scholarship and was able to save my hair.
Save your hair, wow. And Gail, you touched on this a moment ago. I can't believe insurance doesn't cover this. What does it cost the average woman to go through this? And I know we're going to be raising money tomorrow night, but what is that cost?
It's $1,200 to $1,500 just for the treatment. And a lot of women will decline doing that because they can't afford it. We were just talking about all the other expenses when you're going through treatment and things like that. In fact, not a good one, 8% of women will decline treatment in fear of losing their hair. And it's not a vanity thing. It's just a thing you don't want to have your head walk in before you do.
Yeah, so tomorrow night, I'm going to be out there too. We're raising money for HairToStay so more people can get this treatment covered. Talk about the event. It's coming up tomorrow night at your salon.
So excited. We're going to have great raffles. We have a band, a DJ. We have food. We have lots of spokespeople coming and sharing about it. And all the money is going to go to HairToStay.
Oh, that's fantastic. So the information's right there on your screen. It's tomorrow night. It's at 5 p.m. at Headlines, the salon. That's in Encinitas. If you want more information about this event or you want to RSVP, it's free to attend. I'm going to be out there. You're going to recognize a lot of the faces out there. Go to cbs8.com and click on the help button, and we'll see you out there. And we're going to help more women go through this treatment and feeling like when they look in the mirror, they recognize themselves.
Yes.
All right, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank
Allie
you
Jo,
for
thank
having
you
us.
for sharing your story.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you out there tomorrow night.
Yay.
All right, thanks. Carlo.